Shalom, family. This is Amayasha YAHU'EL, the daughter of the Most High, the Supreme Power, the Ancient of Days. This is just a cropping of pictures that I was putting together today, just in remembrance of my journey, where I started from, and where I am now. The total purging and the total cleansing that the Most High did through the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, and I thank Him for it. And I wanted to just a little bit of sharing a transition, from the church to the truth and to where I am now, set apart as unto the Most High Yahuwah. That church almost destroyed me. I was with the chief apostle down in North Carolina. If you want to go online and check, you can. 2018, down in Godwin, North Carolina. Big scandal. It was indentured slavery, they said, but it wasn't. That was the technology that the media did and that the legal system did, but it wasn't. Anyway, the trial came about because of the fact that I had did some research, First Lady, and I found out about the J in the Paleo-Aramaic alphabet, that it wasn't there. I found out through my son, my elder son. And it's a miracle that he's here too, because I couldn't have children. And barren, just like Sarah, just like the other matriarchs in the Bible. And I prayed. And I was just so tired of domestic abuse. And I was so tired of being by myself. And I prayed. And I asked, talking to Jesus then, I said, send me a child. And it just seemed like every time I got pregnant, I would have a miscarriage. And I went to this old church, old pastor. He prayed for me one night, and I got pregnant, okay? Now, this is the beginning of the story. I named him John Ezekiel, okay? John Ezekiel, my elder son, is the one that called me one day in my office. And he said, Mama, he said, are y'all calling God by the wrong name? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, Mama, he said, there's no J in the original Paleo-Aramaic alphabet. And I listened to what he said. I said, I don't want to hear this. I hung the phone up on him. Anyway, that night, went to bed, couldn't sleep. Okay, went back to my office, and I kept sitting there, and I kept replaying in my mind what he was saying. So, a couple of nights went by, and I couldn't sleep, so I got in my office about the third day, I think, and I just said, what are you trying to tell me? So I went on my computer, and I was by myself, and I started researching. Hours, 8-9 hours a day, trying to debunk what he had told me. I couldn't. I was reading. I was finding everything that I possibly could, because I've been calling Jesus all my life, And I wasn't even thinking that, that wasn't his name. I was kind of coming to the conclusion that he wasn't no white man, But I just started researching. And so one day I was sitting at my desk, so I said, well, if that's not your name, then what's your name? Tell me your name. And I went down through a series of deductions. Okay? Holy Spirit took me down through a series of deductions. That's not it. J-E-H is not it. And started taking me down through different names, some names that's being called today. And I got to Yahuwah. Okay? That's the name the Holy Spirit gave me. The Holy Spirit gave me Yahusha. So I said, okay. That's who I started praying to. Those are the names that I started calling on the Most High Yahuwah. Okay? Habashim Yahusha HaMashiach. Well, I was so excited about it. I went over to the big house. And so I was telling my pastor, I said, I need to tell you something. And I was running down to him what I had found out. He looked at me and told me, he said, if you ever say that name in this house, I ain't going to tell you the name, the word that he used. He said, I'm putting your so-and-so and so out of here. Now, he's going to put me out of a house that I pretty much built. My nonprofit I got from my job in New York. My lump sum that I got, my disability lump sum, put that in there. My disability check that I was getting every month, I was paying the mortgage payments because I was living there, So I felt like, okay, this man is a man of God. Wasn't never, ever, ever looking at him as being no crook. So I was helping to pay everything, okay? And